Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'll be reading Frozen Heart Thawed by me. Um, yeah, I really like the fic. It's a Shiganatsu fic. I just posted it today. So, I don't know if I'll just read one chapter. I'm gonna go for just one chapter so that I can make more podfics. But, I might end up, reading all three that I have posted. But I don't know. We're gonna stick with one right now. So this is chapter 1, part 1 of Frozen Heart Thawed. So here's the summary. Natsuo Todoroki is drunk and wandering the streets on Touya's birthday. He ends up fighting some villains while he's drunk, but he passed out right after fighting the fourth guy. Natsuo ends up waking up in a place he doesn't recognize. What'll happen next? Chapter 1, Drunken State. Natsuo was so tired of people at school giving him shit for having a weak quirk, tired of teachers giving him a hard time because he has a weak quirk, tired of his father always being a bitch. He was so tired of everyone. Well, everyone except his siblings, Shoto and Fuyumi. He wasn't tired of them. Natsuo had felt so tired from the moment he woke up this morning. When he checked his phone, he had several messages from his classmates saying things like, "You'll make a terrible doctor. I can't believe they let someone who's basically quirkless into this school. And do us a favor and jump off a bridge or a roof." The last message made him want to cry, but he held his tears back as he got ready for school. It was January 18th. Maybe that's why he felt so tired. It was Touya's birthday. Oh, how Natsuo missed Touya. Why did Endeavor kill Touya? Why did Endeavor hurt his children? No one knows the answers except for Endeavor himself. Natsuo made it through the day with only a few scrapes, a few bruises, a couple of death threats, and a great urge to grab a bottle of alcohol and down it all in one gulp. When Natsuo got back to his apartment, he put his school stuff away. Once his stuff was put away, he went into the kitchen and grabbed a bottle of alcohol he'd stolen from Endeavor before leaving last weekend. While he didn't down the whole bottle in one gulp, he did drink a lot of it. That was at 6 p.m. It was currently 12 a.m., and Natsuo was 4 bottles deep and walking down the street. He surprised himself with how straight he was walking for a drunk person. Natsuo had no idea where he was going, but he knew he wanted to get far away from his home. Apparently, his apartment wasn't far enough, so he decided to walk further. Natsuo turned a corner into a new street when he saw 2 girls from school. Rain was pouring down his back, same with the 2 girls, but the girls looked to be dancing. One of them saw him and beckoned him over. Him being drunk and not being in his right mind, walked towards the 2. "Natsuo, come join us in this TikTok dance," the girl who'd beckoned him over said. Natsuo, being carefree and drunk, said, "Okay, what dance is it?" "It's the cyclone dance," the other girl said. "Ooh, I know that one," Natsuo said. "Let's do it." After doing the dance, the girls thanked him and told him they were going inside since the rain was becoming harder. He nodded and waved them goodbye. He continued walking down the street after that. A few minutes later, Natsuo decided to take a turn through an alleyway, thinking it would probably be quicker than just walking on the sidewalk he was on. As he walked down the alleyway, he heard a commotion at the other end. He pulled up his hood and grabbed a medical mask from his pocket. When he got to the end of the alleyway, he saw 8 people fighting in pairs. He could tell this wasn't some kind of hero training like Shoto does. He looked at the people for a few more seconds, trying to decide who he should help. He decided he'd help whomever didn't seem like the biggest assholes. The first person he'd helped was a girl who couldn't be any older than him and couldn't be younger than Shoto. She had blonde hair that was pulled up into 2 buns. She was wearing a school uniform as she fought the man in front of her with knives. Her quirk must have something to do with blood then. Natsuo snuck behind the man and smiled at the girl, who'd noticed him, as he struck the man's neck in the exact spot he needed to make the man collapse. He smirked underneath his mask as he bolted off towards the next fight. He could hear the girl squeal. The next fight he made his way towards was a fight between a guy with black hair and blue eyes, which reminded him of his father, and a man with gray hair and knives for hands. The one he decided to help was not the man with knives for hands, but the black-haired man. Natsuo rammed right into the man's side as he pushed his head into the asphalt, effectively knocking him out. "Holy shit," he heard someone say. He was pretty sure it was the man he'd just helped, but he didn't stay to find out as he got to his feet and ran towards the next fight. The next fight was between a man with a half-gray, half-black mask and a man with white hair and long-ass nails. Damn, that man really needs to cut his nails. Like, ew. You can probably guess who Natsuo decided to help. He pushed the man with white hair into the wall, and right when he was about to say something, Natsuo grabbed his hair and rammed his head into the wall, knocking him out. Before the man he'd just helped could say anything, Natsuo made his way towards the last fight. This fight was between a man with short brown hair and green dust all over him, and a man with long, pale blue hair and piercing red eyes. Damn, that man is hot. No, Natsuo, focus. You need to help him first. You can tell him he's hot later. Natsuo jumped as he made his way towards the pair. He had the bottoms of his feet pointed at the brown-haired man as he flew through the air. When he finally made contact with the man, his feet hit the man in the jaw, at the very least dislocating it. Once the man was on the ground, Natsuo grabbed him by the collar and hit his head against the asphalt to knock him out. After knocking the man out, he stood up, almost losing his balance. Once he fixed his stance to keep him upright, he started cackling maniacally. Then his vision started to become blurry. "Shit," he slurred. "I'ma pass out." He started falling backwards, still conscious. "Fuck," the pale blue-haired man said as he caught Natsuo with strong arms. Natsuo smiled. "You're hot," he said, passing out and slumping against the man right after saying it. I'm going to go on to the next chapter because this video is not long enough for me. And yes, I can fill in the space by yapping, but I'd rather not. Okay. Chapter 2. Take it or leave it. Tomura was so confused about what the fuck just happened. Someone, Tomura didn't know who, decided to get in the way of the League's fights. Well, the person helped, he guesses, by knocking out all the people. Them being knocked out makes it easier for Tomura to decay them anyway. Currently, Tomura was holding the person who'd helped them. The person seemed strong. He wouldn't have been able to take down 4 guys, one after the other, if he wasn't. Tomura could also see some white hair poking out of the person's black hoodie. "Is he okay?" Toga asked, skipping towards Tomura. "Who the fuck is that?" Dabi asked, also walking towards him. Fuck if I know," Tomura said, keeping his eyes on the person in his arms. "Take off his hood," Toga said, evident that excitement was running through her veins as she bounced up and down on the balls of her feet. "I'll do it." "No, I won't," Twice said, crouched down next to him and the person he was holding. "Just do it, Twice," Tomura rasped, slightly tightening his grip on the person's arms. Author's note: he was wearing artist gloves. Don't worry. Twice pulled down the person's hood to reveal a boy who couldn't be over the age of 20, but he was definitely older than Toga. His snowy white hair was drenched from the rain. Twice then pulled down the boy's medical mask to reveal pale pink lips. "Holy shit," Dabi said, taking a step backwards. "Huh?" Tomura said, looking up from his place on the ground to meet Dabi's eyes, which seemed to be full of fear. "Oh no, Dabi, are you okay?" Toga asked, moving to Dabi's side immediately. "Natsuo," Dobby said in a faraway tone. Tomura didn't like it. Do you know this guy? Tomura asked, raising an eyebrow as Dobby turned his eyes onto him. Fear forgotten and replaced with something akin to rage. Do I know him? Do I know him? Dobby yelled, smoke pouring from his palms and forearms. He's my brother, you fucking idiot. Tomura froze, not just because the boy in his arms, Natsuo apparently, was cold to the touch, but because Dobby had siblings. If this boy was his brother, then who else could Dobby be related to? Endeavor? What was he thinking? There was no way Dobby was related to number one, right? Okay, the next thing you're going to tell me is that Endeavor's your father. Tomura laughed. The sound was rough from his dry throat. Dobby froze, eyes widening. How the fuck did you know that? Dobby asked, still shocked. Now, it was Tomura's turn to be surprised. I was joking. Are you telling me you're actually Endeavor's son? Tomura asked, voice rough, again, from his dry throat. Author's note. Bro, drink some water! Yeah, Dobby said, letting out a dry laugh. Okay, Touya said, putting her hands on her hips. We can talk about this later. Right now, we need to help Dobby's brother. He looks kind of drunk. Dobby ran a hand down his face. Of course he's been drinking, especially today, Dobby said, shaking his head. What's so special about today? Tomura asked, fixing his grip on Natsuo to be able to carry him. My birthday, Dobby said, nonchalantly. It's your birthday? Touya practically yelled, turning to look at Dobby with wide eyes. Why didn't you tell us? Because it's not important, Dobby said, not getting why Touya thought it was so important. Dobby, do you know why we don't celebrate my birthday? Tomura asked, standing up with Natsuo cradled in his arms. Because you don't want to celebrate it? Dobby guessed, looking at Tomura confused. No, it's because he doesn't remember when his birthday is, Touya said, a sad look in her eyes. Holy shit, really? Dobby said, looking at Tomura with an unreadable look in his eyes. If you asked Tomura, he'd say it was concern, but this was Dobby. Dobby wasn't concerned about him. Yeah, I barely remember anything before Sensei found me, Tomura said, holding on to Natsuo just a bit tighter. Oh, Dobby said. Sorry. Tomura scrutinized Dobby for a moment before shrugging. So, are we taking your brother back to the bar or not? He asked, looking Dobby straight in the eyes. Oh, yeah, that would probably be a good idea. I mean, other than leaving him here, Dobby said, pulling out his phone to call Kurogiri. Should I read chapter 3? You know, fuck it, I'm reading chapter 3. Chapter 3. I want to join you. Natsuo woke up, slowly. He groaned as he sat up from his bed. Wait, when had he gone home? He probably just forgot. Natsuo rubbed his eyes as he yawned. Morning, Sleeping Beauty, a familiar, rough voice said from the doorway of his room. I was Dama in his apartment. Morning, Dama, he said, stretching his arms above his head. There was a snort from the doorway. I'm not Dama, the person said. Natsuo rolled his neck, and he was about to say something sarcastic to Dama when his words caught in his throat. In front of him was a man who seemed to be just taller than him, with black hair, eyes like his father's, and scars all over his arms and face. Natsuo jumped back towards the head of his bed. Ah! Who are you, and why are you in my apartment? He yelled, breathing becoming rapid. Chill, the man said, crossing his arms as he leaned against the doorframe. I'm Dobby, and this isn't your apartment. What? He asked, looking around his room just to realize it wasn't his room. Then, where am I? The man, Dobby, grinned a Cheshire grin. You're in our base, and this is our boss's room, Dobby said, gesturing around the room. Your boss? Natsuo asked, confused. Yeah, his name's Tomura Shigaraki, Dabi said, analyzing Natsuo to see his reaction. Natsuo froze and his face turned as red as a tomato. Tomura Shigaraki? As in the leader of the League of Villains? Natsuo asked, trying to keep his expression clear as he looked at Dabi. But after looking at Dabi, he burst out laughing. And he knew he wasn't as composed as he thought he was. Oh, your face! Dabi cried as he fell to his knees, laughing. Then Natsuo heard a female gasp. Touya! The girl squealed. You're not emotionally constipated anymore? Touya? No, Natsuo, it's just a coincidence. This man doesn't look anything like Touya did. They just have the same name. And eyes. And hairstyle. And burn scars. Fuck. Maybe they are the same person. But this man just said he was working with villains. Touya wouldn't do that. Right? Touya? Natsuo asked, voice coming out breathy. Dabi, Touya, looked up at him as a girl with blonde hair and buns jumped into the doorway. Hey, Natsu, Touya said, a small smile on his face as he stood up. Natsuo's eyes started watering. He pushed himself off of the bed, carefully making sure he didn't fall. Once he was sure he wouldn't fall, he ran over to Touya and hugged him. Touya hugged him back. The blonde-haired girl squealed. Shiki, they're having a brother reunion, the girl said, running towards another man. Natsuo didn't look at him, though. He was too focused on having his older brother back. He hugged him tighter. I missed you, he whispered. I missed you too, Touya whispered back, hugging him a bit tighter. So, a raspy, male voice drawled. Touya and Natsuo both turned to look at the speaker. Natsuo almost fainted at the sight of a pale blue-haired man with piercing red eyes. The same man he'd seen last night. Damn, he was so hot. Are you okay? There were a few seconds of silence before Natsuo realized he was talking to him. I'm fine, Natsuo stuttered out in embarrassment. The blue-haired man laughed. It was so cute. Natsuo was looking at him, mesmerized. Do you know who I am? The man asked, a smile still on his cracked lips. Natsuo looked the man up and down, trying to figure out if he recognized him. Then, it clicked. His eyes widened in excitement. You're Tomura Shigaraki, he exclaimed, a huge smile on his face. Well, your real name's Tenko Shimura, but... Wait, Tomura said, eyes wide. How do you know my real name? Research, Natsuo shrugged. I didn't know if it was actually you, but Tenko Shimura seemed to be the most like you. Touya, Tenko said, looking at Touya. You didn't tell me your brother was smart. Thought it was obvious, Touya said, shrugging. I mean, he's studying to be a doctor, and I'm pretty sure you need to have at least some smarts to be able to study medicine. You're studying to be a doctor? The blonde girl, who Natsuo recognized as Toga, squealed. Yeah, he said, smiling. I've actually been looking for you guys. The League. Why have you been looking for us? Touya asked, turning his head to look at him. I wanted to join, Natsuo said, receiving several wide-eye stares. I want to be a healer for you guys. I want to help you guys. Make a better society. I want to change things, even if I'm labeled a villain. Tenko's smile became soft. You're serious, right? He asked. Yes, Natsuo said, looking Tenko in the eyes. Okay, then you can join, Tenko said, smiling. Really? Touya and Toga exclaimed. Yeah, we need a healer anyway, and he wants to help, so why not let him join, Tenko said, cocking an eyebrow. Okay, that's my 3 chapters I have. I really love this. I was originally going to make it a one-shot, but I was like, I love it too much. I want to post it now. I'm working on 4 right now, chapter 4. Yeah, I don't know. But this is like literally not on topic for the fanfic at all. But like I was making bracelets today for like 1A characters, and now my knuckle is killing me cuz I make rubber band bracelets. So like I make them with my fingers, and now my finger really freaking hurts. I don't like this. Yeah. But that's like what I've been doing all day. No, wait, I'm gonna yap real quick. So if you don't want to hear me yap, you can either skip to the end or just not watch the rest of this. Um, Basically, today, I woke up, my power was out, and so I wrote fan fiction because I still had internet because we love Verizon. Woo, go Verizon. Um, so I wrote some fan fiction, and then my power came back, and then I made some like cups. I didn't make cups, okay. I like decorated cups with glitter and resin. And then I was listening to a Podfic, Complicated Creation, and yeah, that's basically what I did today. And I've been making bracelets and listening to the Podfic. I'm almost done with the Podfic, y'all. I love cat. But I think that's all for my yap session. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!